I'm Charlie Johnson with Mavic Boat Group, and I'm standing on our new Pathfinder 2005 that we've released for model year 2019. We're really excited about this boat. We really think it brings something to the market that is truly unique. That is a bay boat that is very manageable in size. This boat's 20 feet 5 inches long, but it has a whole lot of functionality to it, a whole lot of features, brings a whole lot of stuff from much bigger bay boats into a smaller, manageable package. If you'll spend a couple minutes with me, please, I'd like to take you and walk you through the whole boat. So I'm going to start up here at the bow, but as I walk through the whole boat, I want you to take note of how much storage there is, how roomy this boat is. It really acts and fishes like a boat that's much bigger than its length, and that's what you really want of a boat, just about any size, a boat that runs bigger than it is, fishes bigger than it is. So I'm going to start up here at the bow first. Like all Pathfinders, it's trolling motor capable, standard. Comes with the trolling motor plug and wiring with the boat. That's down here in this anchor locker. Also want you to see in here this anchor locker how big this opening is. You have the nice friction hinges, allows that lid to stay up out of the way. You don't have any tether or anything like that that'll get in the way or potentially malfunction down the line. You can fit a big anchor in here. You can fit a lot of rope and chain. That's very important. Oftentimes, especially on a boat this size, that's something that's overlooked. And just using the anchor in general is just a major hassle. So anyways, we've taken care of that. Great big anchor locker here. Go ahead and close that down. It seals nice and tight there. Step back. First of many storage compartments. This is lockable. Gas shock assisted. Opens right up. We have a bunch of PFDs in here. This locker goes all the way forward up in here. So it's nice, very spacious. You can fit a bunch more in here than we have. But another thing to note, look how deep these lid troughs are. That means this is going to stay really nice and dry in here. You have this big oversized gasket as well. That functions as a sealer. When you push that lid down, it does not allow any water in there at all. And then you have the latch here that goes ahead and secures all that. Real nice and tight. It stays very, very dry. Moving outboard here, we have these nice lockers on either side of us. Okay, that's great we have a tackle bag in here. We have a bunch of other stuff here. Plenty of storage. Goes all the way forward up here. Plenty of room to put all kinds of stuff in there. Also note up here, we have these nice grab handles standard with cup holders. You can option this out with a backrest and cushion package here, so you can make this into a full sun lounge. And you already have that grab rails built in standard, and you can never have enough cup holders. As we close this down, move back here. This is great. You don't see this in boats this size. Big in-deck floor lockers. You can see we have a 5-gallon bucket in here with the cast net. We could even put more than that in there. Once again, just more storage than you would ever think possible in a 20-foot 5-inch boat. Moving back, we're going to come to our first cooler. This boat comes standard with 2 coolers. You have one that's integrated into the console here as part of the seat. Okay, that's a 44-quart cooler down in there. The boat can be optioned out to make that a live well. In this particular case, we have it as a cooler, but it's really nice to have that up here segregated. We have cooler space back in the back of the boat, excuse me, if you want to put fish or that sort of thing in here. But this cooler's plenty big for a day's worth of drinks, lunch, that sort of thing. It also functions great as a seat, as you can see here. Very comfortable, big nice backrest, very cushy. It's a great place to sit up here. Not only does it function as a great backrest, but it folds open here. You have tackle storage. That comes standard in the boat. It's a very nice feature. Nice to have those boxes. You see Plano boxes right here up front where you're going to be doing a lot of your fishing in shallow water, that sort of thing. This is lockable, so you can always keep your boxes in here and they're nice and protected. Also, what's nice about this is this folds open all the way, and it allows you access into the back of your console right here. All your batteries, that sort of thing. You can see how nicely that's laid out in there. Close that up. That latch secures that, keeps that nice and dry in here. Before I move back, I want to also talk about this. This whole assembly here, this windshield and this grab rail can fold down. So that way it's very easy to put it in a garage. That's something that we really want to design in this boat to make sure that it's very easy to stow. We know that's important to a lot of people. This folds down like this, the windshield folds down, and the grab rail folds down as well. Something else that's unique to a boat this size is how much walk-around room there is in this boat. It's only 8 feet 1 inch wide, but the way it's proportioned, it really carries that length and that width really well and allows for a whole lot of space. You can see how much walk-around room I have right here as I go around the console. That's achieved by, like I said, not only is the boat really well proportioned, but we have that console up off the floor. That creates a little toe kick area under here, frees up the space. Also, because we don't have sidewells there, we have under gunnel rod storage. That frees up a lot of space as well. Most boats this size, you're going to have a plastic rod backs back here. Very difficult to get the rods in, and even if it does a good job with that, 2-3 years down the line, that's going to start cracking and yellowing. Not the case at all here. We have under gunnel rod storage, just like on our bigger bay boats. Another thing that's really nice about this under gunnel rod storage is we have tubes that go back into the back end of the boat here, so it protects your tips of your rods. So you can put fly rods in here, you can put long handled spinning rods, you can put big, even offshore gear. That's what really nice about this boat is it's sort of a hybrid. Even though it's 20 feet 5 inches long, like I said, it's roomy enough. It has a 16-degree dead rise, so it's designed to run in big water. It's nice and high-sided. It sits up higher than a whole lot of bay boats out there, so you can truly fish it offshore, and it has the capability to stow all the gear that's needed for offshore and also the rods for offshore, which is really unique to a boat this size, like I was saying. Moving back behind the console here, very well appointed. Great to have 2 cup holders right here in front of me. Everything is right in hand's reach. Perfect here. Very comfortable. I can lock in underneath the toe kick, like I said on the console, if I want to sit all the way back. I have this nice little footrest here. Once again, that is fiberglass, no plastic on the boat, nothing that's going to crack or yellow after a few years like that. Okay, have that. This is a very comfortable way to sit. Everything, like I said, is right in hand's reach. We have a nice aluminum switch panel here that's backlighted. Tells you exactly what switches are on when. And then we have this nice integrated setup here with the 7-inch Garmin that we can tie our Yamaha system in through and read everything on the engine in one gauge right up here. Also use it as our sonar or our MFD. So really nice setup here on the console. Very comfortable. Also very functional. Great big glove box. Perfect for keys, cell phones, wallets, what have you. And then we have this breaker panel here. Take special note of this. This is the kind of attention to detail that we put into this boat. Like I said, 20 feet 5 inches, but look how nice this setup is. You have separate battery switches in here. You have one battery switch for your house battery. You have another battery switch for your trolling motor battery. Those are independent. Then you have these really nice breaker setup. Very clear, labeled, easy to tell what's what. Very easy to go ahead and, if a breaker pops, you can go ahead and reset it very easily. And then you have nice 12-volt plugs in here as well, and a USB port. Just a great setup. So there's not a single bit of space on this boat that's not utilized. Here we have the super comfortable leaning post setup. This can be removed, okay, this backrest. Those arms fold up so it can be stored in one of the compartments forward. You can use all these rod holders, even with the backrest in. If you need more rod holders, you take the backrest out, use the outboard ones as well. You have more cup holders in here. But what I really like about this setup is this right here. And you can see we have a tackle box in here, a bunch of leaders, little pliers case, that kind of thing. And we haven't even touched to how much stuff we can put in here. So it's a great spot. It's great to have this right back here where everything is really accessible. We talked about the nice thing about having the tackle storage forward in the console. This allows you tackle storage back here. So if you are fishing in the back end of the boat, saying over patch reefs or something like that, in deeper water, you have everything right here at hand's reach. You don't have to run up there and get all that stuff out there. You can put it right here. So great use of space right there. That goes ahead and locks up. And as I walk back, we talked about the importance of space and how we've utilized it on this boat. Look how much room I have behind this leaning post. This is huge. There are a lot of 22, 24-foot bay boats that don't have this much room behind the leaning post. Really, really nice. So I can fish out the back of this boat. I can stay down in the cockpit area if I'm in big water or something like that, or my younger kids can stay down here with me. They don't have to stand up on the back end here to fish, to get out of the way of all this. They're very comfortable. You still can fish every bit as well as you can fish off the back deck. You just feel a lot more secure and safe. All right, we've utilized this added space here by putting in yet another index floor storage box. There's a cast net in there, another 5-gallon bucket. You can access your live well pumps, your bilge pump through this area right in here. Just a great use of space once again. So this boat really fishes well back here. We talked about that a little bit. It also has very comfortable seating in both these flip-up seats back here. Nice, comfortable, high back, very secure. Just a great place to kick back and ride in a boat. Great for kids. This is where my kids would ride if we were out for the day. Also, underneath them, more storage right here. Okay, more storage. You could put a 5-gallon bucket in there once again, but we've already got that covered with the 2 in-floor boxes. So just more and more storage. More storage than possible, you would think possible in a boat this size. Those lock in place simply like that. So, and everything is flush. So if I want to fish back here, I certainly can. And we have 2 more boxes back in the back end. We have this one. It's a great little storage box. I would love to put masks, snorkels, that kind of stuff in this, just to segregate stuff that may be wet, something like that, maybe dirty wet towels or something. You can put those back in there, shoes, that'd be a great place for that. And then on the other side here, put this down, we have a live well. And that live well is 12 gallons. Between that live well and if you were to option out the forward live well, that would give you a total of 22 gallons. So plenty of live well space, especially for smaller finfish baits, or perfect for shrimp or crabs. We talked about the cooler up there a little bit. I said that was a 44-quart cooler standard. Then the console, it also comes with this super nice Engel cooler standard in it. That's 80 quarts, so all told, you end up having about 120 quarts of cooler space standard on the boat. Back to the engine on this boat. We have the 115 on here. Boat runs very, very well with that. Super economical package. 2 guys, heavy load, trolling motor, power pole, that good stuff. You're gonna top out around 40 miles per hour, and the boat just runs really, really well with it. Super balanced with that 115. And then finally, another added touch that you don't see standard in a boat typically this size is we have a really nice boarding ladder that comes standard. It's color matched the console, the whole side. Has a nice rub rail around it. It's integrated into the boat. Just a very, very nice piece. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me on the Pathfinder 2005. I hope through this video you learned truly how versatile this boat is, especially for its size. Can fish great inshore, can fish great offshore, plenty of storage space, plenty of space for the kids, and just a really small, manageable package. It's a perfect setup, and we're really excited about it. So if you'd like to learn more about it, go to pathfinderboats.com or visit your local Pathfinder dealer.